What's going on, fellow patriots? Today I want to talk about a few things in regards to Women's Day, International Women's Day, whatever you really want to call it. And first things first, let's talk some history. Now, did a little bit of research, found a variety of things, but the first official National Women's Day was in New York City in 1909. And it was organized by the Socialist Party of America. Now, to me, that says a lot. That tells me just about everything I need to know about the origins of National Women's Day and why I wouldn't want to celebrate it regardless of if I'm a woman. Now, several years later, Europe started to recognize National Women's Day, and that's when I think it really became international. And it was again primarily celebrated in socialist countries, and I think that's why it hasn't really been a huge thing in America up until around, the past couple years, and now when socialism is really starting to kick up in America and just the socialist, communist, any ist ideas. Now, International Women's Year was in the 70s, and that's when it really, really started to be a thing in all over the world. And Women's Day, just to me, I don't understand it. There is an International Men's Day. I did look that up because it kind of seemed odd. I've never really knew that there was an International Men's Day. I just thought there was International Women's Day. And why? If everyone's all about unity and healing and non-discrimination, why are we going to dedicate certain days just to certain genders or sexualities? How does that unite everyone? Can someone explain that? Because to me, you're just labeling them. Labels do more harm than they do good. Why does everyone need a label? Why does someone need, oh, today is March 8th, hoorah, it's Women's Day? Really? Nobody really cares. Nobody with some brain cells really cares that it's Women's Day. And who knows, maybe that really is just me. Maybe it's just me who doesn't care that it's Women's Day. I mean, I could care less. I really don't care. I mean, why should I go to the store and someone say, oh, here's a cupcake, happy National Women's Day? If you really cared about women or men, wouldn't you do that every day? Why is one day out of the year so much more special than any other day of the year? Can someone explain that to me? I mean, yeah, I get it. Back in the early 1900s in America, women didn't have as many rights as they do now. I get it. I can understand back then the whole preaching for equality. Women should have the right to vote. Women should be allowed to work in the workforce side by side with men. I get it. I understand that. But we live in 2021. Why are we still claiming that women need equality? What equality in America do women need? We have the right to vote. We can do anything that a man can do. I mean, heck, we have transgenders in our sports and so many other things. I mean, how are we not all equal to each other already? I mean, we're still playing the equality card. I can go out and do the same thing a man can. Will I succeed? That's debatable, because scientifically speaking, women will never be as strong as men the majority of the time. You do have exceptions to the rule, of course. But for the most part, I don't understand this, and I guess because I'm not a liberal, I guess that would be, my answer to that would be because I'm not a liberal, and that's why I don't think that women need any more equality, because we have it. The whole thing about in America with, oh, there's still many rights that women need to fight for. Please tell me, what rights don't we women have compared to men? I mean, the whole gender pay gap, because I know that was going to be the first thing that somebody can bring up. Gender pay gap is a myth. There are many reasons as to why women, statistically speaking, get paid less than men. That is because women generally go for low-paying jobs than men. Women get more attached to where they live than men do. I mean, out of the 5 top degree-paying jobs, 4 out of 5 of them are dominated by men because they pay more. Women are going for all these jobs like teaching and social work and they're some of the lowest paying jobs that you can get. So it really is a choice as to how much you want to get paid, because if you want to get paid more, don't go for a measly social work job. Now, I'm not saying that we don't need social workers. I'm in no way saying that. But you can't complain when 9 times out of 10 it's of your own choosing. It's of your own doing. So, again, I'm at a loss for what equality women still need in America. Now, I'm not talking about other countries, because I know that's part of what International Women's Day is about, and I know that there are a lot of women in other countries who don't have equal rights as men. But here in America, I'm sorry, but women are equal to men in just about everything. And, if we're really going to talk about inequality with women, why are we allowing all these transgenders, which is a mental illness, by the way, into our sports? Why don't we talk about that? But y'all aren't ready for that conversation. Now, it still just amazes me at how far people think that this needs to go in terms of equality, because, really, y'all aren't about equality when you're preaching all these things. If you really want everyone to be equal, why is there all this voter fraud? Why are we labeling everything? Why do we have to have Black History Month? Why do we have to have Women's History Month? Why do we have to have International Women's Day? Labels don't do anything that helps, further along society or whatever deed that you're trying to accomplish. It doesn't. What happened to everyone being their own person? Of everyone is unique. Not everyone is alike. Whatever happened to that? Are we so far gone that we have lost sight of that? I'm a little lost here, if you can't tell that already from my rambling. But, I kind of think it's nonsensical to have all these holidays, to have all these labels. It's nonsensical. All of these problems are really non-existent. But that's just me and my crazy wackadoo thinking. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe. This is your host, President Arwal. Freedom Speaks.